500 team at best. So he's gotten lucky. I haven't looked at how he got to 6-1, but he's had some lucky weeks. Houston scoring, I just don't get it. So, what was your question?
Well, are you surprised? Do you think the Normbuds are for real? I guess they're 6-1. They got the best record in the league. They went off the, the 6
How many games do we play in a season?
Oh, 24.
Okay, so he may end up 6-24.
No. 6-24
It's
Normbuds. Now, the other side of the coin, we're going to look at the Spades real quick. My brother's team, 0-7. We had my brother on here the first week. Now, when I looked at his team at the draft, I thought Robbie did a much, much better job than he did in years prior.
He's the Spades?
Yeah. He's never had a winning record. He made the playoffs one year as a lottery team. Actually,
he's not going to have a winning record this year.
Well, it sure doesn't look that way. Are you surprised? And like I said, I thought he had a better team. Now he's gotten desperate. He just released Jay Cutler. Picked up David Garrard, as you see on the screen there. But he had Terrell Owens. He had Cedric Benson. He also has Rudy Johnson, who's had injury. He scored 87 points last week, still lost. He went up against you and the A-Dogs, who had a great week last week.
Yep.
Is there any hope for the Spades out there?
No, not with his lineup. There's not. Hines Ward needs to get healthy.
Yeah.
For him.
Yep.
But David Garrard, you should have stayed with Cutler.
Well, he also had Kelly Holcomb on his. He went with Kelly Holcomb and David Garrard over Jay Cutler.
Yeah, but I think Holcomb's was Tavares will be back. Right?
Yeah, I don't think Holcomb's going to start much longer.
But Cutler over Gerard for sure.
Yeah, I think so too. I think it was a mistake. In fact, I called Robbie in on the phone, and I'm like, I think you made a mistake on your
matter of fact, did anybody pick up Cutler?
He's still out there.
Whoa.
Yeah, he's still out there. This is breaking news. Jay Cutler is on the free agent. Maybe on the Manwhores soon. Maybe. So you think it's another long winner for Robbie?
Robbie will win 2 or 3 games. That's it.
So now you've gotten there 17 teams in the league. You've gotten to know a lot of the people in the league a little bit through the drafts, and of course you know people like Steve Harding, Mark Doucet, myself, Les Salzman. You grew up with some of these people.
Yeah.
Who do you think though in the league, after assessing the drafts, because I know you look at what people draft and stuff like that, and looking at the different people and what they are, and even getting to know people at the draft. Who do you think will never win a championship in our league?
Aaron
Lennon. And why is that? He's 4-3 right now. He's right in the middle of it. If the playoffs were to start today, Aaron Lennon would be in the playoffs. Who would have thunk that?
And I've got nothing against Aaron. I think he's a cute kid.
No, he's gorgeous.
Little redhead.
Yeah, gosh. I think we all want to just do that to him. Give him a little, he looks like Opie a little bit.
He doesn't know what the hell he's doing. He just doesn't get it.
Well, his wife drafted for Sonny, and for a while Sonny had a better record.
Yeah, no, I know. He doesn't get it. So he's fun to play with. He can put in a lineup. He can click the little start button or sit button or put on injured reserve, but he just doesn't understand fantasy football enough to ever win a bowl. It's just not going to happen.
Well, he's been watching football games and stuff.
That's okay.
He just called me the other day and asked me how many points you get for a touchdown, and I told him, and he wrote that down. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he's learning. He's learning. So,
to be honest with you, I'm surprised he is married.
Well,
it's just a little surprise.
and why? The follow-up question is, why is that?
He is. I like to use that term queer a lot. Yeah. He's just a little queer.
Queer as peculiar, right?
Yeah.
Like Norman, we call Norman gay because he's happy.
Like most women would not be attracted to him. Oh. He's a nice guy. I love you, Aaron. I think you're a funny guy.
Well, he said he's cute. I'm sure Kathy gives him nuggies all the time.
She probably does.
I'm sure.
She wears the pants.
You should see Aaron's leather pants. Have you seen those?
See?
Yeah, the Dairy Delights. He was in the Dairy Delights with those leather pants. That's top notch right there. And he's threatened to wear those to the draft. He probably will next year after.
See, I probably would have a problem with that.
Would you? Well, it might distract you. He may get better players that way. Aaron, wear the leather pants to the draft next year. The Manwhores will be.
So, Aaron's another example of, well, I like to say he follows gets the magazine and will just draft based on ranking.
Well, he's a stats guy. He's very much into numbers and a mathematician.
But his first round pick of Reggie Bush was a little that tipped it off right there. As soon as I heard that, I'm like, well, this guy, I don't have to worry about this guy.
Now, Dane, you're a man of many opinions and stuff like that, and we all, I think, we enjoy hearing your opinions and stuff. If you were, okay.
It's almost done.
Okay, I'll make sure to fill that as soon as that's done.
Are you still drinking?
Yeah, of course. I'm at almost a beer and a half. I'm pretty loaded. If you were the commissioner
Yep.
Now, there's always things that you say, you know, I don't know if I like this, what's going on here, bad trades, blah, blah, blah. If you're a commissioner, what would you change about the league?
If I were well, first of all, I'm pretty high on myself.
So, on you?
Yes, on me. Just me.
I remember you used to have a nickname growing up. What was that nickname that you used to always call yourself?
God.
Oh, God, that's right.
It came from video games. That's what I would put in as my initials.
The Almighty Creator. Sure, sure, God, I know.
So, if it were me, first and foremost, what do we call this thing? The N.Idaho Football League?
The N.Idaho Football League, yes.
So, I think I would...
The NIFL.
I think I would change it a little bit to be more about me.
Oh.
So, like, Great Dane League or Dane's League or something along those lines.
Well, now, if you ever win a division, the division gets named after you. That's... I mean, if you win, you get some recognition for that.
So, this year.
Oh, this year. Oh, you're predicting... Oh, let me write this down. Jeez. Pen's getting out of ink. All this stuff I have to write down. Dane will win this year.
Oh, what do we got here? Yeah. I will win this year. I feel pretty good about my roster now.
Okay, well, that's good. Well, let's take a look at that roster. We're going to play a little game what we call Contender or Pretender. We're going to look at your division, the Doucet division, because it's named after Doucet, because your good friend Mark Doucet won, or was the runner-up in the Super Bowl or the Fantasy Bowl last year.
Yeah,
I know you were happy for him.
Should have been me.
Well, I know, but you were happy for him, at least, that your good friend Mark Doucet of all these years.
No.
He was in one of your weddings and stuff, remember?
One.
Mark, remember Mark's in there?
Yep, I remember. He's a good friend of mine.
Okay, so we're going to play a little game what's called...
But he never calls me.
Well, you're you're a very busy man, too.
Kinda. All right, so we're going to look at the Doucet division.
Yeah, well, yeah, Contender or Pretender.
Or
we're
in
going to
high
start...
school, as we like to call it, the douchebag.
Yeah, I didn't want to put that on the site because it's supposed to be a positive thing. You know, if I called it the douchebag division, maybe he would feel like he doesn't want to win as much. So let's look at the teams. We're going to start at the very top, and we're going to start with your buddy, the Rocks, Mark Doucet. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about the players, and you tell me if they are a contender. Right now, they're 5-2 on top of things, but like you said, there's a long ways to go. Right now, they've got a quarterback of Kurt Warner. Well, Kurt Warner's not starting.
No, listen, he is starting.
Well, maybe this week, but I mean, for the Arizona Cardinals he is, but he's got Carson Palmer, so he's going to start Palmer over Kurt Warner.
I don't think he is. I think that Kurt Warner, I will tell you this, that Kurt Warner pickup is the pick of the century.
Really?
He is a point producer.
No, Mark Doucet's done well. Mark Doucet's done well.
I think he has done well. That Kurt Warner pickup is huge.
So, but he's got Carson Palmer. I don't know if you could go and not start Carson Palmer over Kurt Warner.
That'd be the one. I mean, with those two quarterbacks, he's going to kick himself one week or another because he's going to start the wrong guy.
Let me tell you who else he's got real quick. Thomas Jones, who's been a little off for the Jets. Najee Davenport, who's been a pleasant surprise for Pittsburgh. His Anquan Bolden, he's been hurt a little bit. TJ Hushmanzada. He's also got Nate Burleson on that and some other people. Who do you contender? You think he's going to stay in it for the long haul?
He has got a. He will stay in it for the long haul. He's balanced enough. I don't like the the running backs are a little bit weak.
I agree. I think Thomas Jones, Najee Davenport's been a pleasant surprise, but how long is he going to last? Right. So I think the Rocks, I'm agreeing with you. I think he's going to be a contender just because who Mark Doucet is. He kind of knows his football stuff. And last year, you know what? He scored next to nothing in points compared to everybody else and somehow won these games. Last week, he scored 68 points, won 2 games.
Yeah.
He's lucky SOB right now. I'm saying he's a contender too, so we both agree on that.
Yes.
Let's turn to the other team that's in first place, the injured